Hello. So in this video I'm going to talk about BitConnect. BitConnect concerns me a little bit because I think a lot of people are going to be hurt by BitConnect. Both the people promoting it and the people who get burned in the end when the system fails. So I won't go into all the details of, is BitConnect a scam? Is it not a scam? I'll just maybe point out some behaviors. One of the behaviors is who runs BitConnect? Nobody knows, right? Another behavior is when they have their BitConnect conferences. Do you ever see those conferences in the US? No. We can have Bitcoin conferences in the US. You can't have a BitConnect conference in the US. And every indication is, every behavior is, that the BitConnect system, the lending bot, is a Ponzi scheme. That's every indication. Obviously, we can't prove it because we can't look into the computer code, right? But here's the deal. If somebody invented a trading bot that good, we would be able to go to other trading bot experts out there and ask them, hey, does your trading bot produce a 1% return daily, every day? Right? Or most days, right? We could ask them that question and they'd be able to offer us something. I've asked that question to people. I've heard a lot of crickets chirping. And here's the thing. If trading bots were really that good at paying out, then there would be a lot of people using trading bots. They probably aren't that great in terms of payout. So, I'm not proving here that BitConnect is a scam. I'm just warning you against it because the behavior of this company or whatever it is that it is a Ponzi scheme. Okay, had the management showed their faces on television and they traveled to the U.S. and they talk about BitConnect and what a great trading bot it was, I might have a completely different opinion about them. The fact of the matter is the people who run BitConnect hide and you never see them, okay? That's the behavior of criminals. So when BitConnect probably fails, it's going to be very damaging to cryptocurrency as a whole. A lot of people are going to be upset. A lot of people are going to feel like they were taken advantage of. Now, what I would say to a lot of people out there is you allow yourself to be taken advantage of, because many people who come to cryptocurrency, I see you posting comments, you're very greenhorn and naive about things, and that's understandable. But you have to take personal responsibility for yourself and your choices. That doesn't excuse people who promote things like BitConnect. But on the other hand, there are willing participants trying to get rich quick, making stupid choices, okay? So the people who lose tons of money in BitConnect, I'd feel bad that it's going to be a bad situation, but you are bringing this on yourselves. Also, the people who promote it, I think they should have hit a point where they should realize that they knew better. BitConnect in the beginning, it really got going in May, right? I think it was operational long before that, but as far as I can tell, the hype really began in May. And it's understandable if you promoted BitConnect in May and it's like, whoa, this new thing, it's cool, let's promote this, right? Getting sucked in the beginning. But now that we've had a few months to think about that decision, right? We ought to be thinking, man, there's a lot of money going into that. Man, I make a lot in referral links for the people who promote that, right? They make quite a bit of money, and they have to be thinking, man, these people I'm leading to BitConnect, what's going to happen with their money in the long run, right? Because they don't know there's a trading bot. I mean, I can't prove there's no trading bot. They can't tell you there is a trading bot. As some of them have said, it's a story. Trading bot is a story. And, and hey, they get a good ride out of it, but the thing is, this thing's becoming huge, and how many millions are going to be lost if it implodes? So if you've been promoting BitConnect, right? I follow Jesus, and I believe he is supreme. So if you want to repent of what you've done, you can do that. I personally take it up with Jesus Christ and say I screwed up, right? Screw-ups happen. They happen. And, you know, we need to start putting the brakes on this thing here rather than making this bigger, because this sort of system, you know, it's going to exist in cryptocurrency because this is the Wild West of investing. It's the Wild West of finances. But, you know, we can put more of a pressure against this kind of thing in the media cycles to prevent people from heading in this direction. My time frame for a possible BitConnect implosion would be somewhere between September and the third month of 2018. So certain investors who put a lot into the system, they can withdraw their money in 120 days. And other investors, lower investors, 300 days. Okay. So the people who run this system, you know, because it probably is a Ponzi, they're going to have to make an estimate of when they're going to pull the plug. Okay. And this is when it could implode. Now, the thing is, crypto is so, you know, it's just a huge bull market. So in a bull market, Ponzi's can just keep going and going and going. You know, it's very difficult for a Ponzi to blow up in a bull market. Because if new people keep dumping money into this, it'll just keep going, right? And either the Ponzi operators, they have two decisions. They can say, man, we got so much money in it, we're just going to keep it going. Sometimes Ponzi operators do that. They don't necessarily steal all the money and run. Sometimes they just keep the thing going so the lid doesn't blow off of it because there's so much money in it. Other times, they do take the money and run, right? So we don't know which kind of Ponzi this is. Whether it's the kind where the guy is going to sit back and say, we're going to keep it running until we're bankrupt. They might do it. Or they could say, we're going to pull the plug and it just disappears overnight. So those are the two outcomes. If they keep it running and there's a big crypto bull market, this thing could go on for a couple of years. So, you know, I'd be a lot more comfortable if we could talk to experts about trading bots and they could tell us, yes, a good configured trading bot, it'll generate this kind of income daily, and here's the downsides or something like that. Here's the risks. I really have never seen anything like that. And every other behavior of the organization is that they are criminals. So they behave like criminals. You know, they run their conferences like criminals. You know, they do it over in Indonesia where no one's going to come after them. They won't do it in the US, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to warn you guys about BitConnect. So, yeah.